I still remember how the snow fell that night. Soft. Gentle. Like tiny pieces of heaven touching the earth. It was Christmas Eve, and I was alone in the library where I worked. Everyone had gone home to their families. Everyone except me. That's when he walked in. Richard. He had kind eyes. The kind that crinkle at the corners when he smiles. His coat was covered in snow, and he was shaking it off when our eyes met. "I'm sorry," he said. "I know you're probably closing soon." "It's okay," I told him. And I meant it. There was something about him. Something warm. Something safe. He walked to the classic literature section and started browsing. I should have left him alone. I should have organized the returned books and locked the door. But instead, I approached him, looking for something specific. I asked. He looked surprised. Then he smiled. God, that smile. "Just something to make tonight feel less lonely," he said. I understood that feeling too well. "Will you help me choose?" he asked. "I don't want to pick something too sad." I nodded. We spent the next hour walking through the quiet aisles, talking about books, about stories, about the characters we loved and the endings that broke our hearts. He listened. Really listened. Not like other men who just waited for their turn to speak. When midnight came, the church bells started ringing. Christmas Day had arrived. "Merry Christmas, Veronica," he said softly. "Merry Christmas, Richard." Then he leaned closer and kissed me. It was gentle. Sweet. Perfect. I fell in love right there. In that moment. On Christmas night. We started seeing each other after that. 3 times a week. Always at my apartment. Always in the evenings. "I work late," he explained. "Deadlines, you know." I believed him. 2 months passed like a beautiful dream. He brought me flowers. He cooked me dinner. He held me like I was something precious. But he never invited me to his place. "It's being renovated," he said. "It's a mess right now." I believed him. He never answered his phone when I called. Bad reception at the office. He said, "Just text me instead." I believed him. Until one Tuesday afternoon. I was at the grocery store, picking up ingredients for dinner. I wanted to surprise Richard with his favorite meal. Lasagna. The way his mother used to make it. That's when I saw them. A woman. 2 children. A little girl with pigtails and a boy clutching a toy car. And Richard. He was pushing the shopping cart. Laughing. The little girl was sitting inside the cart. And he was making funny faces at her. The boy was pulling on his jacket, asking for something. The woman next to him was beautiful. She had her hand on Richard's arm. She was smiling up at him with so much love. So much trust. My bag slipped from my hands. Oranges rolled across the floor. Richard didn't see me. He was too busy being someone's husband. Someone's father. I stood there frozen. My heart was breaking into 1,000 pieces. Each piece cutting me from the inside. Then the little boy looked my way. His eyes met mine for just a second. He was too innocent and happy. I ran out of that store and I didn't stop running until I reached my apartment. I locked the door. I slid down to the floor. And I cried. How could I have been so stupid? So blind? The late evening meetings. The unanswered calls. Never letting me come to his place. It all made sense now. I was the other woman. The secret woman. The lie. My phone buzzed. A text from Richard. "Can't wait to see you tonight. Beautiful. I'll bring wine." My hands were shaking. I stared at those words until they blurred. Another text came. "I love you, Veronica." Love. He said he loved me. What kind of love was this? What kind of love lived in shadows and fed on lies? I thought about that woman in the store. His wife. Did she know? Did she suspect? Or did she trust him completely, the way I had trusted him? I thought about those children. That innocent little girl. That sweet little boy. They didn't ask for this. They didn't deserve a father who lived a double life. The doorbell rang at 7 o'clock sharp. Just like always. I opened the door. Richard stood there with his beautiful smile and a bottle of red wine. He leaned in to kiss me. I stepped back. Veronica. What's wrong? How old is your daughter? I asked quietly. The color drained from his face. The wine bottle nearly slipped from his hand. What are you talking about? The little girl with the pigtails. How old is she? Silence. Heavy and crushing. I saw you, Richard. At the grocery store. With your wife and your children. He closed his eyes. When he opened them again, they were filled with something that looked like pain. But I didn't care about his pain anymore. Veronica, please. Let me explain. Explain what? That you lied to me? That everything we had was fake? It wasn't fake. What I feel for you is real. You have a wife. It's complicated. No, Richard. It's simple. You're married. You have 2 children. And you've been lying to me since Christmas night. He reached for my hand. I pulled away. My marriage is over, he said desperately. We're staying together for the kids, but there's no love there anymore. Not like what we have. Does she know that? Did you tell her your marriage is over? He didn't answer. I didn't think so, I whispered. Tears were streaming down my face now. I couldn't stop them. Veronica, I love you. I was going to tell you. I just needed time. Time for what? To keep lying? To keep me hidden? To keep breaking your vows to your wife while breaking promises to me? Please. Don't do this. I'm not doing anything, Richard. You did this. You did all of this. I took the necklace he'd given me for Valentine's Day. A small silver heart. I'd worn it every single day. I pressed it into his hand. Go home, I said. Go home to your family. Veronica. Go. I shouted. He stood there for a long moment, looking at me with those eyes that had made me fall in love. Those lying eyes. Then he turned and walked away. I closed the door and locked it. I slid down to the floor again. And this time, I cried until there were no tears left. They say you never forget your first love. They're right. But they don't tell you that sometimes your first love is also your first heartbreak. Your first betrayal. Your first lesson in how cruel the world can be. I never saw Richard again after that night. But every Christmas Eve, when the snow falls soft and gentle, I remember. I remember the library. The quiet aisles. The kiss at midnight. I remember how I fell in love on Christmas night with a man who already belonged to someone else. And I remember the price I paid for believing in a beautiful lie.